Yeah, and I'm not here to be belittled and talked down to every time I come in here.
Well, you're not here to have your hand held and praised
I'm
either.
not asking for that.
And we are going to go on the record in State of Kansas versus Jacob Davis, case 2024 TR 2014. Judge Webster.
Hi. Did I get replaced apparently? I did not know I had a pro temp today.
Well, my understanding is that you were not available, so they had me do it, but I am happy to defer to you this morning. Are you available all day, or is it just this morning?
Yeah, I didn't know that they had gotten a pro tem, so. And
Okay.
Missy and I are kind of surprised, but you're doing a fine job from what I can hear. But you have other things to do that you'd rather do?
Yeah, I've always got stuff I could do. So, Your Honor, I will happily turn matters over to you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Andrews, and I'll pick it up from here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. We are on the record in BU 2024 TR 2014, State of Kansas versus Jacob Robert Lloyd Davis. And we have Jared Regier for the state. I understand Darren Patterson is here for the defendant who appears in person at security. Is that all correct?
I don't believe Mr. Patterson's here.
He just joined us.
He just joined. Okay.
I am present, but not on that case.
And Your Honor, the state would be, if the court is on the record in this matter, the state would request a point of clarification.
The court is on the record, and I do show Darren Patterson as attorney of record, but it could be he was appointed and not given the appointment. So is that the point of clarification you're seeking, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the state's information is that prior to today's setting, a request for revocation was filed with the court, followed by an appearance bond executed in the amount of $2,500 for today's date and time. Prior to that, it would appear an order appointing counsel with respect to Mr. Patterson was filed with the court in March of this year, to be followed by a subsequent journal entry of misdemeanor conviction and sentencing from a May 2025 hearing filed with the court in June of this year. So the state would be requesting clarification as to whether or not Counsel Patterson has any continuing obligations in this matter.
Generally, on those, this would be a first appearance on the warrant to show cause, and they would have to requalify for court-appointed counsel for the court to take up that issue and reappoint if necessary.
Well, I show a September 19th, 2025 bench warrant to show cause filed. Curiously, filed right before that was the request for revocation probation went hand in glove with that. And I do not see that the defendant has appeared since that date, so
And Your Honor, the state's information is this is the first hearing subsequent to the hearing back in May where a plea was entered and the matter proceeded to sentencing.
Yes, so, okay, Mr. Davis, you're there with court security, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, you are here because the state is alleging that you violated the probation you were granted on May 12th of 2025. On that date in May, you did plead guilty to counts 1 and 4. The state dismissed remaining charges. You were sentenced on count 1 for $108 court costs and a $45 fine. On count 4, $100 fine. You were given a 6-month underlying on count 4 with a 1-year probation to include a $60 supervision fee, 10 days house arrest with work release, and $250 attorney fees due in 60 days. Your house arrest was to begin within 14 days of your sentencing and granting a probation. That'd be within 14 days of May 12th.
Yeah, I did complete that 10 days house arrest.
Okay, at that time, your court-appointed attorney was Darren Patterson, but as you've heard from the attorneys, if you're going to have an attorney represent you, then you'll have to either hire one. If you cannot afford to hire one, apply for court appointed and qualify, or you can waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. However, when probation is revoked, there is the probability of serving a sentence. So what are you going to do on these allegations concerning an attorney?
Oh, yes, I would like to. And
To
at that
what?
time, I did not understand the terms and conditions of my probation.
Well, we're not going to get into that just right now.
Yep.
The first order of business is you want to apply for a court appointed or you want to hire?
Apply for a court appointed
All right, where do you work, Mr. Davis?
assistant manager.
What do you get paid per month?
About hourly, I get paid $11.50. About 500 per month.
Okay, do you have any minor children you legally support?
Yes,
How many?
2.
Do those children live with you?
Yes,
The mother of the children does not live with you,
yes, she does. Where it's not filed as married.
but she doesn't help with the bills, or does she?
She does.
Okay, I asked you a while ago if you lived with anyone that helped with the bills, and you said no.
On sheet, because I don't have it.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I thought you meant single, married, or whatnot. But no, I live with my wife. We live together.
Well, you're telling me that you're spending more than you're taking in, so who's paying that for you?
Sometimes we get help from family, mother, grandmother.
Well, I want you to get an application, a written one, and fill out the written application before you leave. I am appointing Attorney Darren Patterson. Go to his office today, give his office staff your contact information, and be ready to go at the next hearing, March 16th at 9 a.m. That's the earliest we can do.
It would appear that Court Services Officer Smith is present on the Zoom conference. Whatever date the court does determine to be appropriate, the state would respectfully request the court inquire as to his availability, as he will likely be, his presence will be likely required in the event this case does proceed to evidentiary hearing.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Regier. Mr. Smith, does that date work for you? March 16th at 9?
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Smith, would you want to continue to see him on probation till March 16th, even though he hasn't allegedly been doing what he was supposed to?
Yes, Your Honor. I actually supervise him on another case that he picked up while he was on probation in this case. So I'm seeing him, and I would ask that he report to my office following today's hearing.
All right. This matter will be continued to March 16th at 9 a.m. Now, Mr. Davis, common sense would tell you that that's quite a bit of time. So you can either really bury yourself on probation and lose it, or you can turn this all around and maybe get a different outcome.
Okay, I think I have to turn it all around. I have a job. I've paid all my fines.
Don't go into that now. We'll address that when the time comes and your attorney.
I've been doing everything the court's asked me to do, so I don't understand that comment.
From me?
Yeah.
Well,
I've gotten a job.
Oh, okay, sir, stop. What I have is a document saying when it was filed, you weren't doing everything you were supposed to.
Yeah, but
That's
now
why-
I am.
Okay, well, we'll find out when we have a hearing. But why
Okay.
I made that comment is because the allegations are that you haven't been doing everything. And if you haven't, then this will give you a chance to
Okay.
turn it around. That's what that comment meant.
I think the probation officer, I need a transfer because it's been, I've been doing everything that I've been supposed to be doing, and he acts like I'm a felon, and I'm not. And it's been getting kind of, tit for tat with him, and I don't like it. How he's been treating me, I've been more respectful to him, and he's just been, belittling, talking down to me, and I don't appreciate that. That's not what he's there for, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to be bettered, correct? That's not happening. He's just making me feel lesser than. And it seems like ever since I gotten a job, he's been out to get me. So
Well,
that'll be it, Your Honor.
I see no need to change Mr. Smith as your probation officer. He's always, to this court's knowledge, done a fine job. And basically, you're the one on probation. He's not.
Yeah, and I'm not here to be belittled and talked down to every time I come in here.
Well, you're not here to have your hand held and praised.
I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that. I'm not belittling. I'm not here for that, Your Honor. I'm sorry. It is every probation meeting I go to. It is belittling, talking down to, you make $11.50 an hour. That kind of sucks. I'm not here to hear that. Okay, I've gotten a job.
All right,
I've paid on my fines.
Mr. Davis, stop right there.
Oh, I'm not here for that.
Listen to me. Ryan Smith is a court service officer. He's here to serve the court.
Exactly.
And when you start telling me that he's not doing his job right, that's coming back to the court as well. Now, you talk to your attorney that the citizens are going to pay for you, and you talk to that attorney, and that attorney will explain to you in more detail the importance of Ryan Smith's job and the importance of you respecting what he's telling you. Now,
I do respect what he's telling me.
He's not going to be handling you with soft gloves if you're not reporting when you're supposed to, if you're not paying like you're supposed to, if you're not doing what you're supposed to. He is going to be a lot tougher with you. I don't know what you've done or not done, and that's what the next hearing will be about.
Okay. But don't treat me ever like Tom, Dick, and Harry that he sees, because I'm not that person. So this is my first time ever being through this, ever, on probation, and my terms and conditions weren't explained correctly to me. He kind of, pulled the wool over my eyes on my first, drug tested me, and that wasn't supposed to happen. He's supposed to send me to a drug evaluation before he even drug tested me. That didn't happen.
Where'd you get your law degree?
That's just what I was explained to by Seventh Direction.
Where'd they get, who Seventh Directions is a lawyer there?
Seventh Direction. It is a drug evaluation.
Yeah, they're an alcohol and drug evaluation, but you're telling me they're giving you legal advice. Who's their lawyer? I didn't realize they had an in-house.
I don't know who their lawyer is, but that's just their advice. That's what the clinical director told me.
The clinical director of Seventh Directions.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, and you don't know that person's name?
Clara Vineyard was her name.
I'll tell you what, when you come before me, you don't bring me legal advice and tell me or the court service officer how to do our jobs.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, Your Honor. It's just that I know.
You are.
No.
Okay. Yes, you are. You're telling me that he was supposed to do this and he was supposed to do that because Clara, someone told you that. You listen to your lawyer, you listen to your probation officer, you listen to the court. If you want to succeed in this case, that's what you do. You don't go out and start asking people for other legal advice or taking it when it's volunteered.
Okay.
Mr. Smith knows how to do his job. I know he does. He's been around here too long. As far as this Clara, I don't know, but I know unless she's a lawyer, she shouldn't be giving out legal advice. She can do fine on alcohol and drug evaluation if that's her thing that she does.
Yes, Your Honor.
But don't go in there arguing with Mr. Smith because he's the boss.
I've never argued with him.
Well,
I'm just an advocate for myself.
And this lawyer that never explained things to you that you're complaining about, was that Darren Patterson?
Yeah, yeah.
So you had an attorney that didn't explain things to you, and then you had a court service officer that explained things wrong to you and asked you to do things you shouldn't do. Is that right?
It didn't clarify. I understand that this is all my fault as to why I'm here. I'm not putting the blame on anyone else. But I've never been on probation before in my life. And, it feels like they try to dig you deeper and dig you deeper. And, I got you moment. I wasn't explained everything. You're going to have to talk to me like I'm stupid in this whole probation area because this is all new to me.
Now, you told me that's what they were doing when we started this and that they shouldn't be talking so simply to you.
Well, I guess so.
You said they were
I mean,
talking to
he-
you like every other Tom,
I
Dick,
go in
and
there
Harry.
and he has an ego. So, not talking stupid, belittling, you know.
Okay, so he was belittling you, but he needs to talk to you like you're stupid so you understand. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need or want probation. Maybe maybe I can just revoke your probation. We'll talk about that at the next hearing. Maybe we can just revoke it and you won't have to just deal with the probation officer.
And that'll jeopardize my job.
Well, I don't go out looking for
It
people.
wasn't that one of my terms and conditions of my probation is that I needed to have a job.
Sir, I'm not here to debate with you. I've
Okay.
given you an attorney. You better, if you know
Darren
what you're
Patterson,
doing,
correct?
yes.
Okay.
And a lot of people would love to have Darren Patterson for their lawyer. So I don't know why you're having troubles with him and why you're having trouble with Ryan Smith. They're both very competent, experienced attorneys. From my experience, and I've worked with both of them for many, many years. At this time, I'm going to set your court date, your show cause date, if we haven't already. Jenna, when is that?
Your Honor, that's March 16th at 9 a.m.
March 16th at 9 a.m. You must be back. You're live in person at the courthouse. Don't show up by Zoom. That's a non-appearance. You're live in person, March 16th at 9 a.m. And I'm going to order that today you walk across the parking lot to Mr. Patterson's office and give all your contact information to his staff so they can get a hold of you. But if they don't call you, it's not their fault. You're the one who has your liberty on the line, not them. You call them if you don't hear from them.
Okay.
I know they go out of their way trying to get a hold of clients, but it's not their responsibility to chase you down. So,
Pardon me, Judge.
yes, Mr. Patterson.
I just could, if I could, give him some different direction. My staff is gone for the day for New Year's Eve. So I just want to make sure he calls on Friday morning so that they can get all his contact information.
All right, let's see. It looks like August 1st, 2025, you posted a surety bond with Second Chance. I'm going to continue that bond with added conditions that you do as Mr. Patterson just said, contact his office Friday.
Friday. Okay.
As he said, you said Friday the 2nd, right, Mr. Patterson?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you give him a specific time?
He just needs to call the staff Friday morning. They'll take his intake and then we'll contact him after that.
All right. And again, if he doesn't, I expect you to contact him.
Yes, Judge.
All right. I'm talking to him, not you, Mr. Patterson. I'm saying if you get too busy, Mr. Patterson, with other clients, obligations, it's Mr. Davis that must call you again. All right. And I'm adding a condition that you reappear in court, Mr. Davis, live in person, March 16th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And that after court, Mr. Smith, you want him to go back to see you, is that right?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. And just for a point of clarification, should he be present at 9 or at 8 o'clock for that hearing?
Well, Mr. Patterson, what do you
8
have?
o'clock, Your Honor.
8 o'clock. All right, you must be back here March 16th at 8 a.m. live in person. And you must go see Mr. Smith down the hall before you leave today. And between now and March 16th, you are still on probation.
Yes.
He is still the boss. Even if you don't like the way he talks to you, he's still the boss of probation.
Yes,
and he's
ma'am.
still going to make recommendations come March 16th. So with that being said, Mr. Davis, unless there's anything else, Mr. Regier,
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, then, Mr. Davis, you are excused from today's proceedings with the conditions on bond that I've given you. You may go at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.